Yo, what's going on, people? Good to be back. And for those of you who are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button right now, guys. Right now. So listen, guys, just a quick update now. We all know what's going on with Hector Bellerin. It's been widely known that PSG have launched a 30 million bid for Hector, and they're confident of landing him because he's really talking to them back. You know, he's liking what they've got to say. Arsenal already have Cedric Soares and Maitland-Niles in that position. There is a poll up on the YouTube channel. Go over to it and let me know what your thoughts are, because we're going to talk about this in the show tonight. And then I'll pop up the figures and see what you guys have said after you've had your say. Is it something that we can move on from? I guess we'll find out later on. But the two clubs have been locked in negotiations for weeks, and the player really feels like he's a prime target for them. You know, players always want to be wanted. And when you have replacements who are now coming into the fray, Cedric Soares was brought in January, Maitland-Niles has started the last few games against big teams, then it kind of means the writing's on the wall as far as your career goes. And maybe that's a sign for it's time for you to move on. And look, like I said before, Hector, he's a big fashion icon. He always travels to Paris and attends fashion shows and things like that. And I think for him, it would be the only right thing to do in order to seek a new challenge. And look, they win titles every year because their league's easy. If that's what he wants, some instant success, then why not? Yeah? Put your foot through it, sign the paper, get the 30 million done. And that, guys, means you're 2/3 of the way to hitting that Thomas Partey deal. Yeah, that's all it means. If you're overloaded at right wing back and you got next to nothing in the middle, pull the trigger on the deal and strengthen where you need to strengthen. Because we all know that once Arsenal breaks that deal, that's it. Man ain't going to be talking about potential top four. Man's going to be talking about being able to push Man City and Liverpool. Yeah, that's where we're going. Yeah, that's where we're going, guys. Let's be fair. If we get Partey, then it's time to party. Because my man is going to be able to make this team a massive contender to challenge the top two. And look, we see what Chelsea and United, no one's discounting those guys. But we're going to be among the battle. Right now, the question in the fan base is, are Arsenal good enough to compete with Chelsea and Man United to take that top four position? Because, hey, we know Wolves aren't. Spurs aren't. Yeah? We know them teams hanging around Sheffield United, all them teams there. We know that they're not good enough to break into the top four. But Arsenal right now, that's the conversation. The conversation is, are we able to break through into that top four? And look, we already done beat Man United 2-0. We done beat Chelsea in the FA Cup final. We know we can handle these things. The question now is, yeah, remember when Man City was on the verge of breaking the title again after their team with the Dega team? And what did they do? They bought two wing backs, Kyle Walker and Mendy. And then what happened? Boom, title. So for Arsenal, if you focus on your weak points and strengthen those areas, it's on, baby. It's time to party with Thomas Partey. So guys, I'm sure Bellerin would be open to a new challenge, and I think that deal is potentially on the cards. A deal that is not potentially on the cards is the sale of Lucas Torreira to Fiorentina. As first reported, the Uruguayan is one of their main targets. At Arsenal, he's surplus to requirements because we're bringing midfielders in, and a lot of people are liking what El Nene is doing in that role as well over the last few games. But there just seems to be a hiccup in some progression of what Fiorentina want. So look, we're just going to have to wait until that rides out and then see how it goes. And now, guys, just an update with Arsenal Emirates Stadium. Now, they said there's going to be nothing with West Ham going on, but now we're hearing that Arsenal are allowing reduced capacity attendance versus the Sheffield United game on the 3rd of October. What that means, guys, is there's probably going to be a ballot system which will determine which season ticket holders are able to attend the Premier League clash. But look, everyone's going to be racing to get back to the pubs, and which they already are, and get back to the stadium. But some people ain't, yeah? Some people like myself have been taken ill, and we're not really going to be in a rush to get back to being in a crowded area. And speaking in that sense, you know, I saw Tennant last week at the IMAX in Watford, and it was nice because I had 2 empty spaces on my left, 2 empty seats on my right. and I felt like social distances was working for me there. Yeah, I had enough space to just fling my elbows out. You know, you're always fighting for elbow space. I was flinging my elbows out, and I felt nice. I felt safe. I felt secure, and I believe that that's something that Arsenal has to do in order to make that happen. 44,000 season tickets is what's on sale out of the 60,000 capacity. If you go 25% of that, that's 11,000 fans. So that's how I see it working. Sure, you can start with a limited 2,000, 3,000, which is what Brighton are doing. If you get to that 11,000 capacity, or even half of that, around 6,000, I think 6,000 is okay. We've heard how much 3,000 away fans noise can make in a stadium. So I think anywhere from 3,000 to 6,000 will be workable. And as I said, there's a lot of people who are elderly aged, who are season ticket holders, and they might not be the ones that are looking to come back because, as you know, it affects those people the most. So you're probably going to get most middle-aged and young people just trying racing through the door. So a ballot system is going to be the way to go. Because remember, guys, as I said a month ago, that's how red members and silver, well, not so much silver members, because silver members are priority. But red members are already using that facility to get their tickets. Yeah, there's 8,000 red member tickets, which goes to spread among 140,000 red members. And they got to fight for those on the internet. You know, keep refreshing the page and keep trying to get a seat and things like that. And they've been doing that for 10 years now. So it stands to reason that they'll use the same format to go with season tickets. You have a season ticket gold membership. They'll open up the panel to tell you what seats are available, and you got to fight for those seats. That's all they're going to do. So I think that moving forward, it's a good idea, and it's definitely a plan as long as you're following government guidelines, and I think that that's going to be the way forward. So I've got no problem with that. Also, update with said Klasnach, and he's told friends that, look, I just want to go home. I just want to go home. And he's moved back to Schalke. And he's already met 3 times with the director there, Joachim Snyder, and he's 27 years old. And he just looks like he's, again, another one who knows that his time at Arsenal is dwindling down. His playing time was already limited last season. And look, if Rob Holding's been solid for Arsenal, and if Rob Holding's looking to get the hell out, then these other guys ain't got no chance. Yeah? Rob Holding is a man who won FA Cups, won trophies, was in the side when they beat big teams. And if he's leaving because he can't play, whether that's on loan or whatever, then the guys like Klasnach ain't got a chance. It's as simple as that. So you got nothing wrong with me. It's 100 grand off the books. And I know he's talking about taking a pay cut with them. I believe it's a 25% pay cut. So we're talking about 75,000 a week that he'll be on. And look, you know, if we know Fabregas left Arsenal to go to Barcelona and he took a pay cut. So sometimes guys just want to go home. Sometimes they just want to be happy in a place that they feel comfortable in. And there's nothing wrong with that. So if he wants to go, let him go. We've already got Mkhitaryan off the books. That's 200 grand a week. Getting someone like Bellerin off the books, Klasnach off the books, Torreira. Look, you're already talking over 400 grand a week. Yeah? With just those few players, we're talking about saving 400 grand a week. That's 20 million a year that you're saving. That's what the club needs to do. And then obviously you got to kind of work out where Thomas Partey is, because you need to give that man 200 grand a week. So if you're kind of making these moves happen to push that forward, then look, so be it. Guys, we're in a situation now where you can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs. So you have to say goodbye to some players and you got to play the game. Yeah? That's how it works. Guys, we've got a show to do later on tonight. 9 o'clock start. It might be 10 because it depends whether Bertram can make the time or not. But 9 o'clock start, and then we're kind of revisit what our starting 11 should look like. So let's have a look at that and then talk about obviously what's happened over the last week as a summary. So guys, that's it from me. Speak to you later on. Right back at you, and I'll see you guys later on. Peace out.